So if you work in sales or marketing, you know this Spider-Man meme where marketing is pointing at the sales team saying, hey, you guys suck at closing the leads. We're getting really cheap CPL. Why are you not closing anything? And then the sales team looks at the marketers and says, no, but the leads are shit. It's not productive. You're not going to be able to scale. And it just is a shitty way to work. Now, I build and manage sales teams for a living, and we have worked with a bunch of different marketing companies. I have some partnerships where we have exceptionally good results together, both in terms of performance, but also how we work together. And I have some partnerships where, honestly, the marketing partners, like we don't really have a lot of communication with, and those are always the projects that never take off. And after reflecting on it, I think there's a couple of very simple reasons why the good partnerships between us as the sales team and the marketing team are actually working out. And number one is you just got to remove your ego. So if they come to us and say, hey, I have a suggestion on what you guys can do in the sales process, I'm going to listen to that. Because guess what? I care more about making money than being right. And if I take everything personally, I'm never going to see opportunities to improve. And the same way around, if I then go to him as a marketer and I say, look, we as a sales team, we're spending hundreds of hours every single week talking to these prospects. Let me give you some insights into what is the information we should put in the marketing. What are the concerns that are coming to us with? What do we think we should do in the marketing to be able to produce better results overall? If that marketer has an ego, they're going to take that as me giving them shit and saying you're not able to do your job. But if they're smart, if they understand that the job is here to make money together, marketing cannot close deals without sales. Sales doesn't have any leads to speak to without marketing. We have to communicate. If the marketer understands that, they're going to take that feedback because that is so valuable. The second important part is communication. Now, this is a pretty obvious one, but when I say communication, there's a few things that make up good communication. Number one is frequency. How often you actually talk to each other. Because if you only speak like once a month, you're not going to have a good line of communication. You're not going to be in sync. I have a marketing partner. We have a standing call. Every single week, we jump on, we talk some shit, we talk about the clients we work with, and we have a very, very good working relationship because of that, because we treat each other as more like, honestly, business partners than just, agencies who happen to work together. And so at the end of the day, you have to put your ego aside, you have to communicate clearly, and you just have to understand that no team can live in a silo. Marketing cannot produce anything with a high ticket offer without a sales team, and the sales team is useless without leads from the marketing. And so instead of thinking of it as sales and marketing, think of it as customer acquisition. You're one team, you have to work in one silo, and you have to collaborate to actually get the best result. It doesn't matter who does what right and wrong, figure out how to make it work, because that's how you're going to make the most money.